It's lights, camera, action. The Valley of the Sun is being overtaken by high-profile celebrities. Hi, everyone. I'm your host, Danielle Williams for The Examiner Online. And I am here at the beautiful JW Resort and Spa in Scottsdale for Celebrity Fight Night. The red carpet has been rolled out, and the celebrities will be making their way in just a little bit. And we've got Robert De Niro this year. We've got Reba McEntire returning for her 9th year as host and MC. And, of course, the one and only Billy Crystal. So you're in for a real treat. So sit back and relax because this year's Celebrity Fight Night starts now. We got Mr. Kenny Rogers here. This is a real treat for me. I was talking to your wife. She said you guys been married for 22 years, got 9-year-old twin boys, and you look fantastic. How do you do it?
I stay away from the twin boys. You know, I tell you, say a prayer for me.
Okay.
You know, it's so funny because they called me today and said, Dad, can we take the tour bus, my tour bus, and get some of our friends and go down to see their grandfather because he lets them drive their tractors and they want to show. I said, can you imagine what your grandfather would say if you showed up with 15 or 20 little kids from the school? But they've figured this out now. They know how to do it.
They know how to manipulate you and work you, Mr. Rogers.
Big time, big time. They don't do that to her, they do it to me.
Because they know you're the soft one.
I am, there's no question of it. I try to be hard, I'm loud, and they just look at me like, get away, you know?
Yeah. Well, tonight is a special night. You were here. You performed, I believe, at the very first one. Now they're 20 years in, $87 million raised. What does it mean to you to have someone like a friend in Muhammad Ali on your list of friends?
Muhammad Ali has been a buddy of mine for a long time. I did a photography book called Your Friends and Mine. Had Elizabeth Taylor on the front, Michael Jackson in it, and I shot Muhammad for that. And I just loved it. This was before all of this stuff started happening. And it was so cool to see him. And we've been, I hesitate to say friends. We don't call each other once a week, but when we see each other, it's always good to see him.
It is good. And then when you come to an event like this, how do you leave not feeling inspired? Or does it affect your life in a way that you are transformed in any way?
Well, I think you get to where you feel like you can make a difference in something. And that's what I enjoy. I enjoy the fact that I can go out and with very little effort, I can do a lot of good. And I think that's a great place to be in your life.
Well, I think this is a great place to be, and I'm so glad you're here, 20 years strong, and you look fantastic, and it's an honor to meet you.
Thank you very much. It's all due to my tailor.
Finally, Miss Lieberman, coach extraordinaire, player extraordinaire, author. You do it all. Please don't tell me you know how to cook.
I do. I've been to cooking schools, and I have a 19-year-old that loves to eat mama's cooking. And I'm just so happy to be here with you guys. You're all beautiful.
Well, thank you so much. And I was about ready to say you look drop dead gorgeous tonight.
I'm not leaving this spot. I'm done. I'm done with you people.
Yeah. So when it comes to the champ, because you're an inspiration to a lot of girls and even men look up to you, what do you say when someone like Muhammad Ali invites you to an event and recognizes your accomplishment? That has to be a huge pat on the back.
First, I have to say that I'm humbled, but I think people have to remember that I've known Muhammad since I was 19. We've been friends. Every time Lonnie and Champ give me an opportunity, I was here 6 weeks ago. I went to the house, spent the day with him. It is such an honor. I get chills to think that this man is not only my hero, but he's been my lifelong friend. I will show up every time for him. Like, you know, I do all the TV for the Thunder, the studio. I took the day off to be here. I mean, this is how much this thing means to me, and we start the playoffs next week.
And what a friend to have, someone like Muhammad Ali, it's great. And I'm so happy you're here, and I'm glad you're appreciative, because it means a lot to us as media to get to see people like yourself who has such an amazing body of work. So keep doing what you're doing, because you're looking good, and I have to say, I don't play basketball, but I love your work ethic.
Well, thank you, but let me say this about Muhammad and the other celebrities that are here, from Billy Crystal to all the guys. There's so much humility here. They might have this amazing resume because they're geniuses, but there's so much humility is confidence, and there's a love and kindness. They're here not because they're superstars. They're here because we're in it together to raise money for a dreadful disease, and we love Muhammad Ali. And that's the beginning and the end of the story.
Well, thank you. And have a great time tonight. Oh, thank you. We appreciate it. All right, on the red carpet now with Mr. Billy Crystal. Now, last year, I tried to bribe you to get that trip to New York City. I tried to save some money this year so I can bid on it because I'm thinking it would be Robert De Niro, me, and Billy Crystal. That is a backwards Oreo. That's a nice treat.
Wow, it's getting a little racy here in the Dry Valley. We have a wonderful time, and hopefully we'll raise as much money as we did last year.
I know, $87 million right now, and they're in their 20th year. So when you're inside with all these celebrities, has anybody touched you in a way emotionally that has affected your life, that has inspired you to be just a little bit better of a person?
Every time I see Muhammad, I did my first television show with him back in 1974. We've been really friends, and he's been a friend to my family ever since. And every time I see him, you feel inspired to do something good.
And you're doing something good by being here tonight, so we appreciate it, honey. I'm telling you, I'm saving my money because I'm bidding next year. I'm bidding.
Get that paddle. Get that together.
We got the music director himself, Mr. David Foster. Now, I love checking your website because you give us these little notes of information of the things that you have going on. I love the fact that you worked on a new album with Diana Krall. You're working with Bryan Adams. Now, for this event, every year, where do you find the inspiration to keep it creatively fresh, different, innovative, and new?
Wow, that's a lot of adjectives, and I'm not sure that I'm responsible for any of that because I have a lot of help, and of course the champ himself, he's the big draw. I'm not the big draw, and it's true, I've gotten, my friends over the years to come like Bublé and Celine Dion and J-Lo and Bocelli and people like that, but there's a long list of artists that come here because of the champ, not because of me, so that makes the job really easy. But it's always stressful Friday and Saturday rehearsals for me because if the show doesn't go well, it's pretty much my fault because the entertainment is great.
Yeah, so you don't be sweating and sitting up at night thinking, oh my gosh, I need to write this, or oh my gosh, I need to write that.
Oh, yes, I do. Ask my wife.
You look stunning tonight. You look absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
But
so
is stress over it? I mean,
yeah, it's always stress. I mean, he's such a perfectionist that he's not happy unless there's a great show. So, and since he's the glue to the show and he's the one that puts it all together, it's a huge responsibility for him. But
look at the rock you have that stands next to you to help to make it easier, right?
Without a shadow of a doubt.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, yeah.
That's Mr. Foster. Melissa! We've got Melissa! A lot of people know her from the television show Reba. I know you as a funny lady, and I have to say, you are bringing the sexy tonight, honey. Look at those legs!
I did shave and everything. It's all very fancy.
It's all very good, and I'm happy that you're here because every time you're here, it's a real treat to talk to you. And I just heard you saying that you do get starstruck, and I have to tell you, I'm in the same boat.
Kenny Rogers is right there. That's how we could touch him. I get very starstruck because I'm a fan. I love all kinds of music from pop, country, whatever. So every year I know I'm going to be blown away. There's just amazing people. Yes, if I could have that. Remember those autograph books you would bring to Disneyland and stuff? If I had one here, I would absolutely do it. It's incredible.
Now, when you go home and you try to explain this to somebody, it's kind of overwhelming because when you walk into those doors, it's a major event.
I don't think my parents still get it, like what I'm doing. They're watching my son right now, and I don't think they quite get what this is. My brother-in-law and my sister-in-law have been here 1 year, so they kind of get it. But I will go on Monday and drop my kid off at school in sweatpants, and they'll be like, "What'd you do?" "Oh, I stood next to Kenny Rogers, and I saw millions of dollars being raised, and Muhammad Ali." It's really hard to explain it.
It is, and you almost have to pinch yourself. And it's so funny when we hear it as, the media, that celebrities also get starstruck. It just makes it nice.
I met Tom Hanks 2 years ago, and and Rita Wilson.
I know.
She sent me an email once, and I framed it. It's incredible.
Yeah, it is incredible.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're here tonight. You do, like I said, you bring the funny, but you also bring the sexy, and we really do appreciate your support. So have fun tonight, Melissa.
Thank you so much.
You're
have
welcome.
a good night.
Well, that's going to do it for me. Celebrity Fight Night has come to a close. The celebrities are inside. They're eating dinner, enjoying some fantastic entertainment, and, of course, a fabulous auction. The red carpet is just about ready to be rolled up, so I got to get out of here. So make sure you check me out because you never know where I'm going to be or who I'm going to be talking to. I'm your host, Danielle Williams, your entertainment reporter for the Examiner Online.